Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today we're taking a look at the upcoming game called Invincible, which is a semi-futuristic retro sci-fi punk something. I just made it up, by the way, but trust me, in a couple of years that's gonna be a genre. And essentially you are following footsteps of an explorer who's stranded on a planet, and they need to go and explore stuff. And honestly, this is one of the games that is kind of like Fort Solis. Very story driven, pay attention, find stuff, do objectives, and kind of immerse yourself in a story and visuals. So this is not exactly your Warzone match, really, when you look at it, you know, from a different perspective. Now, when it comes to this game's requirements, the devs actually do have a sense of humor. And the minimum requirement is a GTX 1060, and they want at least 16 gigs of RAM. That's for like the minimum recommended. And the recommended requirements are a GTX 2070 Super and 32 gigs of RAM. Okay? Obviously there's a disclaimer that says, be advised, the Invincible is still in development, so these requirements are subject to change before the release. And honestly, you know what, I don't even blame them. Like, having a little bit of fun here and there, you know, kind of like being on the step with your audience is always a good thing when it comes to game development. Now, when we look at the settings for this game, couple things that are actually standing out straight out of the bat. We're going the 4K native full screen, we're going with the epic preset, so everything's cranked out as much as we can, and even in this screen the GPU is at 99% load. We already pulled 5.7 allocated video memory and 8.4 of RAM, and we're running DirectX 12. Now here's the fun fact, this game supposedly does or will support DLSS sometime in the future. Currently the FSR 2.2 is enabled in this demo. Well, it's disabled, but it's enabled for demo purposes, so you know, we could enable it if we want, so that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna touch motion blur. Field of view by default was on, I think, 60 even, so I put it on 90 because we need all the field of view we're gonna get. And the one funny thing is if you press back, you end up on no screen. But, you know, this is fine. Like, honestly, the QA manager probably chewed their ear off because of this, that going back is a blank screen. And, oh my god, what will the user do? They will just quit the game at this point. No one's gonna buy it. That's how QAs work. Trust me, it's hilarious sometimes. Anyhow, here we are. We're gonna take it for a spin. See how much RAM this game actually gobbles up, because 32 gigs is kind of hilarious. But I think that's one of those games that eventually you should be playing anyway, at least just to relax. So let's go with the new game and see where we're gonna get here. Right, welcome to Invincible demo. Fragment you play is not the beginning but takes place later. Main protagonists have already been through quite a lot. We don't want to spoil the experience. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go ahead. It's fine. We get you, devs. We get you. Yasna. Oh wow. Are we playing Russians here? What is this? Yasna has found information on a convoy sent from the field base of the Alliance. A hostile faction space race across the galaxy. Space race! Are we Russians? Just kidding. Okay, here we are. Oh wow, okay. Hello there. Plan your route to the convoy. So we have actual first-person view. Now this would be great in VR. Now, what do we have here? GPU is pulling 8.9 gigs of video memory and 9 gigs of RAM. Not too shabby. We're pushing out 70-ish frames in 4K Epic. Okay, or 4K Ultra if you want. And we're dropping frames when we turn. Fair enough. You know, it's absolutely fine. Out of demo. Huh. I wonder which speedrunner will do a double bounce off that wall and just go back to the main game. Anyhow, right, plan your route.
The road ahead leads straight to where the convoy was heading.
Well then, what are you waiting for?
Any doubts?
No, I don't. I still think we have to go there. If they're not in the base, they must be somewhere, damn it.
So, what's on your mind?
I can just drive in there, straight to the convoy. Or try and take a side path, to remain unnoticed until the very last moment.
Bold assumption. Could be an unnecessary detour. I leave that to your judgment, though. It's your call, Jasper.
Actually, I don't think it will make much difference. I'm heading straight to the convoy.
Okay. Right. If we can get there in one frame or less. Hello? How do we get down? Oh, we have points where we can actually do actions. Okay, fair enough. Right, what about the visuals? Visuals are great. Like, to be fair, I've watched this game's announcement a little time back and it does look great. Didn't have this green wall of text, but hey ho, you know. Have some nice tires. Definitely a space rover. I can literally see the oxygen leaking through every crack, but hey, you know what? I'll go with it. Look at this bad boy. Looks like an electric motor with a single cable. How cool is having a space exploration vehicle? Right, anyway, use. Oh man, this handle is literally like for the Russian cars. Not throwing shade, but honestly. Actually, it's pretty nice. Okay, how do we drive? Oh, just like a normal vehicle now. That's funny. Game performance is a little bit odd. I would rather want to say, but you know, end of the day, why not? I will cut a huge slack to this game because when Forspoken demo landed, it was almost nearly impossible to play to begin with. And that's not only coming from the time when I had 3070, it's from the people with 40,
I'm nearing the destination.
3090s and stuff, so you know.
Good. It's better to approach with caution.
Actually, I don't have a choice. The road is blocked. Seems like a sidewall collapse.
How typical of the Alliance. To destroy everything that's in the way.
The radiation level is rising rapidly. It's starting to get interesting.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that, Doctor.
What in the hell is this? That's not a natural formation. Stuck vehicle. Step vehicle, are you stuck?
One of their vehicles got stuck in the rubble.
Oh, so you've already reached the convoy?
It's only this vehicle so far. I'm looking for the rest.
Broken elevator. Okay. Oh, we do have this step-by-step movement. Okay, fair enough. As I said, this is a story-driven game. So it's fine. What in the hell is that?
And there's another mobile antimatter cannon.
Another one? How many of those did they... Is it active?
Dead, fortunately.
I admire your composure.
Well, I've had my fair share of anxiety lately. No wonder my brain's in defense mode now. Dissociation is something we all do. Hang on, someone's here.
That's the best handheld radar I've seen in a while.
Oh no. Astrogator. They're dead.
So you found someone.
I didn't let that thought get to me. Didn't want to. Finding them was my priority. It could have been just another abandoned place, not this.
What exactly happened to them?
Well, that's a good question. I'm not even sure what they were doing here.
So that's an antimatter gun.
Oh, another hole. Great.
It just
I'm not
melts
sure if it's
through
safe to go in there.
rock.
Last time it turned out to be quite hazardous.
True. Maybe take a look around first.
Imagine being stuck on a red planet with like antimatter bots at you that can melt mountains. I mean, talk about stressful job environment. Oh, this got his... Ooh, it was a fight between these two. Okay, this one seems to be kinda untouched, to be fair. I don't see any external damage. It's probably gonna be a jump scare. I go 3. I think the design's slightly different, or maybe it's just because it's missing a middle of its cone. Okay,
Okay. I'm getting into the antimat's recorder. What do we have here? They were preparing for departure. Coordinates match the location of the base we've searched. All of the Alliance's semi-autonomic machines can be remotely controlled, right?
Yes.
Case they were conducting an inspection before marching out. The antimatter's in escort mode. The convoy's heading somewhere. They passed giant cranes, pulling something out of a, well, giant hole. Interesting. I don't recognize that place. Just in case, I've noted down the coordinates. They're getting close to where I am now.
oh no.
They're here. Sending a probe. It's hard for them to reach the site. That's why they're trying to get there from above.
That's an interesting exposition.
They're tunneling their way through with a beam of antimatter.
How subtle. Can you locate the breach?
Looks like they found whatever they were looking for in that ominous tunnel. Of course.
Don't jump to conclusions, Doctor. Not before you finish. We need to know what to expect there first.
I mean, rock on the right hand side, giant hole. I would say I kind of nailed it down.
Shame. The transport's leaving. Those containers ended up in one of the transporters. I wonder if it's still nearby. Something's going on. One man's trying to draw the attention of the others to... I have no idea what's beyond the frame. One of them is staring with concern at an instrument. Some sort of meter. The photo is such poor quality. You can clearly see the fear on his face.
Yeah, the fear on his face without a helmet. You know, it's kind of like pretty obvious.
Measurements are also strange. The electromagnetic field is in the upper range.
That's a recurring factor, which explains nothing, really. We're going in circles instead of getting you off this planet. Is there anything actually helpful in those photos?
Next slide. People rushing out of the tunnel, running from whatever's in there.
But are we still considering whether you should go inside? I admit it's all very intriguing, but also too risky. What I'm trying to say is, I fear for your safety, Yasna.
And I'm grateful for that. The situation is far from safe, true, but I've got to do what I've got to do. One of the antimats has fired straight into the tunnel.
And? What happened next?
There's nothing else. Only darkness.
Can't you see what he was aiming for?
It's ceasing to protect the convoy. There's a bunch of unidentified targets. It has trouble recognizing any of the 9,999 objects. The counter reached its limit, I guess.
Sounds like a major fault in the circuitry. Combine that with tremendous firepower and it means big trouble.
Oh, we actually have 900,099 enemies.
Panic. Everyone's trying to escape. Astrogator. The Antimat's new objective is to eliminate, instead of protecting.
What happens next?
There's also a second Antimat. It's shooting into the air.
Unbelievable. Both were faulty.
Oh, it's an aerial assault.
The second Antimat. That's what destroyed it. People are frozen with fear. They don't know what to do. It's firing directly at the crew.
Yeah, well, that's not good.
Shooting them. One by one. It's horrifying what an antimatter beam does to the human body.
I'm sorry you have to see this, Yasna. Regis 3 doesn't spare you.
Damn this mission. I curse whoever sent us here to play some half-assed spy game.
How many pictures do you have?
Hid behind a rock.
How do you know?
This antimat has thermal imagery. Hiding from it made no difference. One man has raised his hands in surrender. If only a machine could take pity on him.
With a proper programming, it could recognize such gestures, but it could never feel compassion. No.
It killed him. The machine just killed him.
I mean, you know.
Oh, fuck.
Yasna?
The last photo is from a few moments ago. I'm on it.
Bloody hell. So it's not dead after all? The machine that massacred the Alliance is still operational, and it could target you at any moment.
Let's hope not.
Perhaps it's best to hope. While moving away. If that's all...
What about that tunnel?
Right.
So? I'll go check it out.
I know you will, Yasna. Proceed.
Not creepy at all, you know.
I can hear a rhythmic, metallic sound coming from beyond the tunnel.
Something still active. Take your time, Yasna. Don't rush.
I can't hear. I don't understand you, sir. The audio's breaking up.
Not unexpected. You are in the room.
I'll get back to you once I reach the end.
Understood.
It's in Arctan. coming at me. Huh. Carrying something.
Yeah, can you hear me? Over.
Copy that. I don't feel too... My head feels like it's bursting from pressure.
Breathe, Yasna. You need to rest.
No. No. I'm better now. Seems like this robot started a task and then got stuck in a loop.
What task?
Carrying boxes. It took one but never left.
And why do you think it's stuck?
Well, it goes in circles, using the same path. There's nothing here I haven't seen before. Just a lot of metal bushes. Same as the ones near our camp. Well, the lower parts of the bushes are, let's put it, fruitless.
So the Alliance came to pick the fruits.
The box is filled with containers, which I'm pretty sure are filled with research material. Those fruits.
Could you retrieve them somehow?
It won't be easy to snatch a crate from its steel grip.
Can I like knock it down somehow? Yeah, well, to be fair, this game is quite interesting.
I think their crew took some soil samples. There's this chipped rock, revealing what lies beneath the surface.
Which is more metal?
Yes, a metal interior. Roots are exposed as well. They're not embedded in any rock, but in a tissue-like alloy.
Metal bushes growing in metal soil.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
So all the bushes in this area, and there are plenty of them as I understand, appear to grow on the rock. But deep down their roots are embedded in metal. Perhaps you should take a closer look at them, Doctor. Can you please check them, Yasna?
Do you have anything specific in mind?
Doctor, if it's all metal...
Then I'll use a detector. Right. I'm checking. Give me a sec.
Perfect.
Everything matches. There's metal all around. And the bushes have a direct connection with the whole system.
Interesting. Sounds similar...
To the structures I saw following Gorski. Yes. Huh. Or perhaps it's... looks like two generations. One, old, dead, a relic. Second, these bushes... grew in the remains of the former generation.
Hang on. Are you saying that this new generation is alive? And the old one used to be alive?
We can't rule it out.
And you say that as a biologist? I haven't heard you mention cells, membranes, organs, or green bodies. Which leads me to one conclusion. That thing is not alive, Doctor.
Well, we used to calling all life proteinaceous, especially ourselves. But that's on Earth. The universe doesn't give a damn about our classifications.
Yes. Are you abandoning your profession? What you have learned, discovered, researched so far?
I'm just opening up to the unknown. Shit! I can't handle it anymore.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the end of the demo, really.
The robot disappeared.
You must have broken its loop.
I didn't.
No, you must have done something. Never mind. We'll try to locate it. But first of all, get out of there now.
Huh, I found the robot. It hasn't gone far.
Good. Please follow it.
So the only thing I'm noticing is that the video memory usage has actually crept up a little bit, up to 11 gigs, and the RAM has gone up to 10. And the antimatter gun is kind of functional, because it's moving.
Oh, fuck. Fuck, it's getting up.
What? The robot?
No, the antimat.
You need to act fast. Move, Yasna, fast!
No. It will kill me if I...
Yasna? Are you alive?
Yes. It destroyed the robot.
What's it doing now?
Oh no. Take care of our people, Novik. Do you hear? Find them the best medics.
Yasna, what do you...
Tell Koval I tried.
No. Don't die on me now. I'm begging you. Don't give up. You can't... You can't... I failed you. Sorry. So fucking sorry. It's all my fault. You hear me? All mine. It was my decision. I decided to accept this mission. I brought us here.
What?
Yasna, you're alive.
If you could reject it, why didn't you?
After a series of successful missions, are you safe now?
Safe enough. Please continue, sir. I'm all ears.
You will agree that we were doing very well. Outstanding results.
That's how it ought to end. Well.
Yes, I fully agree, but then it seemed... This could have been the crowning achievement of the entire expedition. Just imagine...
You could have at least asked us.
I did wrong. I know that now. I will never forgive myself for it. Neither do I expect you to.
Oh, to hell with it. I can't really blame you. After all, you're the commander. It's your job to make decisions like that. And live with the consequences.
Right. It means a lot to hear that from you, Yasna. Thank you.
Well, there's very little...
What do we do now? Will you
Left of
finally
the
let me
robot.
send Hopper for you?
I can't just fly away. Now more than ever. I won't rest until I find out what happened to our people. And what we can do to aid them.
Considering all the factors, I would assume everyone in the convoy is dead. If there's anything more to learn, it's from the recording devices. The first antimat told us a lot. The second one is destroyed. You spoke about the probe. Should be a valuable source of information. And the rovers. Are they on the convoy list?
Actually, it's right in front of me.
Right, I think you guys seen enough. This demo is available on Steam for now. go grab it, play through the demo, immerse yourself, and who knows, maybe this is gonna be your new wishlist item. And at this point I'm gonna leave you to it, because I think you've seen enough. And yeah, I don't really want to spoil this game even for myself, so I'll see you on the flip side. Over and out.